Hello, and thank you very much for investing in a Tesla Powerwall. The purpose of this video really is just to kind of discuss tariffs and how to kind of sign yourself up for Smart Export Guarantee. So this covers for both non-EV users, which is what I'm going to start with. Then in the middle, I'm going to talk a little bit about EV users and how to kind of set your Powerwall up to work best. And then the next one is just regarding kind of Smart Export Guarantee, getting your documents uploaded and getting paid for those all-important energy credits when your battery is nice and full. So first things first is Intelligent Octopus Flux. So your Powerwall, or sat within your Powerwall, is a series of controls. So the first thing your Powerwall can do is look at specific time windows of when it's cheapest. So you can set these up manually. So you could set, let's say, a traditional economy 7 tariff up, for example. And what your Powerwall would do is do a weather forecast. It does this automatically. It can look at the cheapest time to buy electricity and then the most expensive time to sell electricity back to the grid to make you the best possible return on your investment. So you can set that with the app. Now I do a separate video on app settings, so you can actually set that up, but this is predominantly just about the actual tariffs that are available and kind of allowing you to make the opportunity to be able to select those. So the first tariff is Intelligent Octopus Flux. Now you will notice on the page, or this is presently as it currently stands, as of kind of the back end of 2024. So it says only give energy batteries are supported at the moment. That's not correct. They did a press article here in June, just basically saying that now Tesla Powerwall will integrate with their Kraken platform. So basically what Intelligent Flux is doing is looking at the cheapest possible price of electricity throughout the course of the day. Now your Tesla has a very fancy system called an open API, which enables the Kraken to be able to communicate, which is Octopus's server, to be able to buy energy when it's cheapest, sell it back when it's most expensive, say do a weather forecast so it knows, for example, in the winter time, for example, to buy more energy into your battery, and then throughout the summer to buy less, or to hold it, store it and export it while still meeting your all-important home demand as well. So it essentially looks to balance your load automatically for you, and all you basically do is copy and paste the serial key. So it's quite straightforward to set up. But essentially, the idea is it saves you about another £250 on average versus the average customer without a smart tariff. So they've set that up. Now, this is typically good if you don't have an EV. So if you've not quite made that further journey to future sustainability with EV car charging, then this is going to be probably your best possible option, Octopus Intelligent Plus, and that integration within the Tesla Powerwall. Now, there are some features that are coming soon that I'm aware of. So Tesla have announced their open API, which means you'll long-term be able to track to the Agile tariff. So I'll send an email around when that's possible. So if you're part of our news and mailing list, I will send that around when that is possible. I know they've just opened the API, and I do expect third-party developers to start developing software that will integrate with other softwares, within other tariffs. So like say Agile, for example, where it can buy it when it's cheapest, and you can set a few more parameters. But for the minute, it's really good to see the fact that Tesla and Octopus are integrating with one another. It's probably not the only smart tariff. I think there will be other tariff providers that will be coming very shortly onto the market. Your next one, if you've got an EV car, then I would probably say that this would be the best case scenario for yourselves. This would also work quite well with heat pumps too. There is the Octopus Cozy tariff if you want a heat pump, but if you've got an EV and a heat pump and your battery storage is big enough, then I'd probably be saying Go Intelligent would still be best. Now, please don't take anything I'm giving you as financial advice. Make sure you always do your own due diligence as well. But essentially, Octopus Go allows you 6 hours worth of charging at night for 7p. So what you can do is when you plug your car in for charging, you can basically tell the Powerwall that that's the cheap rate. Again, the app video will be able to show you how you physically do that. It knows that the other 18 hours of the day are most expensive. So what it does is the Powerwall throughout the winter will buy a full 13.5 kilowatts into your battery. Throughout the summer, it'll leave a spare bit of space. But again, the Powerwall is looking at dynamically charging. So they say it'll charge more in the winter, less in the summer. It'll also take a consideration of how you work. So it runs an algorithm basically in the background that says, look, on a Tuesday night, I bake cupcakes, for example, and it'll buy a lot more energy in from the night before. For example, on a weekend, on a Friday and Saturday night, our office Powerwall doesn't buy anything, but on a Sunday, it knows that the office staff are coming in on Monday morning, so it buys a load of extra energy. So this is by far the best tariff you can get with Octopus Go. Now, this does require either an intelligent charger, so currently that's the Zappi or Omi Home Pro charger, or an intelligent car. Now, you can check on their list whether your car is classed as intelligent or not. Now, the great thing about Octopus Go Intelligent is the fact that it works with Octopus Outgoing, which I'm going to discuss in a second. Now, if you're having a look through this, you go, well, I don't have an intelligent charger because I have a pod point, for example, and my car, I've already bought it, and it just doesn't have to be. I know some of the Volvo brands, for example, aren't classed as intelligent, a couple of the Kia brands as well. So, for example, now you don't have an intelligent car, there is an alternative to this. It's Octopus Go, and that gives you 4 hours at 9p instead. Now, with Octopus Intelligent Go, this links with Octopus Outgoing. So basically, when you get set up, when we hand these documents over to you, you're going to have either a G98 or G99 certificate, depending on the size or global size of the system. Most of the time with Powerwall, it'll be a G99, so it can take some time to come afterwards. We'll also give you an MCS certificate as well. So you upload those documents, and that enables you to get on yourself onto the Octopus Outgoing tariff. So this gets you, if you're on Octopus Intelligent Go, this gets you 15 pence per kilowatt hour fixed, essentially, for outgoing here. Now, you can go on Outgoing Agile, but typically speaking, that's not supported yet with Powerwall. It is on your Flux Intelligent tariff, but it's not on an Agile. But basically what that means is when it's sunny during the day, normally the lowest prices are available for export anyway, but during peak times, you can export at a peak. So, but my suggestion would be an outgoing fix. You get 15 pence per kilowatt hour ongoing, and basically tell the Powerwall that throughout these courses of these hours, this is the price that I get paid. And again, if it knows it's going to have an excess, it can choose times to be able to export. But say with a fixed outgoing rate, you don't need to get too concerned with that. So you can buy in for 7.5p, and if your Powerwall happens to buy too much, your worst case scenario is you sell it back out the grid for twice as much as you bought it for. So you're laughing really when it comes to it. And again, with the Powerwall dynamically balancing these energy tariffs from winter to summer, the idea is you'll either be running it for free or if you sold a PV system, or 7.5p. And if you do happen to sell out because you've got an excess generation, because you've gone on holiday, for example, you're getting 15p on your outgoing fixed. So you're in a win-win all around. If you're on the standard Go tariff, so if you haven't got an intelligent charging, haven't got an intelligent car, it's not to worry. They do an outgoing light version. So they do a light version of this, which links with the standard Go tariff, and that gets you, I think, about 8 or 9p, depending on your postcode. Now, these can be postcode dependent, so this is an exact price. Bear in mind, this is only correct to the point of me videoing this video. The next thing to consider is registering yourself a smart export guarantee. It is very simple to do. So all you need to do is simply Google on. Now you'll see here as standard, you earn 4.1p. So if you don't move yourself to Octopus Outgoing, you'll get 4.1p per kilowatt. So the first thing you have to do is go on their standard rate, which is say 4.1p. You upload your documents. So you simply just Google smart export guarantee Octopus. So this is the seg payments. You click sign up, and they're going to ask you a few questions. They'll ask you about a feed-in tariff system. And if you have a feed-in tariff system, you will know about it. But on all occasions where it's a new system, where you've not had solar panels before 2012, it would be the case, the fact that you would just have a smart export guarantee. So you say, no, I don't have a feed-in tariff. I know that sometimes causes a bit of confusion for customers. So you upload your G99 confirmation letter. You also then upload your MCS certificate. It'll ask you to punch in a couple of numbers, and that's you sign up a smart export guarantee on the standard tariff. Once they register it, you'll be able to see it on the app that you've got it. You then have to get back in touch with them again and sign up for Octopus Outgoing. Loads of people don't do it and get fixed onto a 4.1p outgoing rate, which isn't what you want. You want to be making the maximum return on your investment. Now, these aren't the only tariffs that are available on the market. There is a BP version, for example, of an EV tariff. I know Eon Energy have a few different tariffs as well. But the reason why I'm kind of a big fan of Octopus is the fact that they buy all of their energy from renewable sources. They kind of practice what we preach, so to speak, alongside us. So I really quite like the way that they run their tariffs and where they buy their energy from. And they tend to be one of the most competitive rates actually on the market. So, but don't feel that this is a binary option. Please do look at the different tariffs that are available on the market, because this isn't it. So that kind of wraps us up for Tesla Powerwall tariffs. If you have seen a tariff and you have any questions or queries and you think, will this work with my system? Just give me a shout, drop me an email. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you do have regarding tariffs. I'm always here at the other end. But other than that, over and out from me.